This is how I'm going to get from $10,000 to $100,000 this year in 2021. Hey, what's up everyone, Jordan here. So in today's video, I want to talk about 2021 and what my financial goals are for the year. I recently did a video talking about compound interest, which I think everyone should check out because it sets a very good core foundation for investing. And once you get the concept, then you'll want to invest as soon as possible because you can make something like $1,000 go to $100,000. And that's really how you can snowball your wealth and get that financial freedom. Quit your job, don't work for anyone. That's the dream goal. So if that's the lifestyle that you're interested in, make sure you go check out the video. I'll leave a card up so you can go check that out. So in this video, I wanted to be really open, really transparent about finances and what my plans are for the short term, for the year. I think it's really healthy to talk about this kind of stuff because it matters a lot. It really matters a lot, especially if you're younger and you're still in school. You might not realize it yet, but once you graduate from school and start working, especially in your early career, like financial responsibility starts rolling in pretty hard. So this is definitely something that you should be thinking about as early as possible. Everything I say in this video, it is something that I'm personally doing, but I am not a professional financial advisor, so don't take this as financial advice in any way. This is just me talking about what my plans are for the year and how I'm going to try to reach my financial goals. I'm not saying if you copy me then you're going to reach these same financial goals. That's just not how it works. So before you start doing your own financial investments, make sure you do your own due diligence and research before making the dive in. So the reason why I've made this kind of huge turn into someone that's wasn't really interested in finance. I was a finance student in university, but I didn't really care too much about it. And the change from now, like I said, it's just because once I've finished school and started working, finances started to become a really big thing in my life. And so I needed to think of ways to make more money because this kind of goes into a different video, but being a pro gamer or being a content creator, it's really hard to make a lot of money. If you think about all the hours you put in versus how much income you're receiving, it's not as much as you might think it is. Because that avenue wasn't really making too much income, kind of steered away from that and started really focusing on investing because I think there's a really big opportunity, which I'll talk about in a minute. So the way that I am investing, I have 3 different accounts. I have a TFSA, which in Canada is a tax-free savings account. I have an RRSP, which is a retirement savings fund, and I have a cryptocurrency trading account. So based on my net worth, minus an emergency fund, which I have just stored in a savings account. This is for if things go completely south, I need to have some money saved up just in case to live on. I have about 60% of my net worth in my TFSA. I have 10% of it in my RRSP, and then I have the remaining 30% in my cryptocurrencies. So in my TFSA, my tax-free savings account, I have about a 50-50 in terms of what the portfolio is. So 50% of it is on dividend stocks. So this is just to get passive income in the very long term. It's going to just be a very good investment. I really don't have to pay attention at all about the stock prices of those stocks. And the way that I set up those stocks actually is that all the dividends, I make enough dividends to purchase another stock for free. And so I basically just snowball every quarter when I get my dividends, I get an extra stock, and it keeps going like that. So over time, over the long run, my position in those companies is just going to keep growing, and it's just going to be really good passive income. I'll probably do a different video specifically for dividends, dividend portfolios. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So the other 50% is just on growth stocks. As you guys are probably aware of, in March of 2020, there was a huge market crash because of the COVID. So a lot of stock prices were on huge discounts because everyone pulled out of the market. So I didn't start investing until August, but I still was able to purchase stocks for a really good price. And so I think there's a lot of potential in a lot of companies where I could get a really good ROI or return on investment within the next couple years. So I have about half of my bank in those growth stocks, hoping that I'll get a good ROI on those. And then the other half are in dividends, which I also purchased these dividend companies at a really good price as well. My RRSP is also a stocks account. However, the big difference is that the TFSA, I'm only carrying Canadian companies in there, just so I don't have to pay taxes on them. And then for the RRSP, I put all American, US, or international stocks into that account because I'm going to have to pay taxes on those when I take them out at some point. So my RRSP, actually, I say I have 10% in there. Actually, all of that money that I put in my RRSP is US dollars that I have won from my pro gaming career. It's just my prize earnings. When I receive American dollars, I put them in my US savings account at my bank. And then because I didn't want to convert them to Canadian dollars. So when I started this RRSP, I just put all my prize earnings into there. And basically with the RRSP account is that all the stocks are basically, I'm just trying to trade for the short term because I could trade as much as I want on the RRSP and I won't get penalized like my TFSA for taxes. So I'm basically just speculating, making trades on there, trying to get some growth because there's really not much money in that account anyway, so I don't mind if I lose it all. But also I just kind of want to try to rapidly grow that account, so I'm aggressively trading on that RRSP. Both of my accounts, by the way, I use the site called Quest Trade. So if you're a Canadian investor and you're looking for a really good brokerage site, I highly recommend Quest Trade because their commission fees are very low, probably one of the lowest in the markets. They have zero commission fee if you're trading ETFs. And things like drips, which I talked a little bit about earlier, where basically I get the dividends from a stock and then reinvest it to buy a new stock. I don't have to pay any transaction fees on that. So that is just there's a lot of great benefits from Quest Trade. It's very reliable brokerage. A lot of investors use it. So if you are a Canadian looking for a brokerage, I highly recommend Quest Trade. I'll have a referral link down below in the description. If you sign up there, you get $50 of free trades. So because each time you make a trade, it will cost you $5. So you get 10 free trades essentially. And I get a bonus on that referral, which supports the channel. So yeah. Moving on to my cryptocurrency account, which I said makes up 30% of my net worth. I'm actually very excited about the cryptocurrency because this is basically what's been consuming my free time recently. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm still relatively new to cryptocurrencies, but it's really exciting stuff. And once you start digging down the rabbit hole, researching the technology and the market opportunities, I think you guys could get really excited about cryptocurrency and the possibilities on both how it's going to change the world, first of all, and also how much bank you can make off of it, because the cryptocurrency industry is still in the early adoption phase of a product life or of an industry life cycle. So while you're in this early adoption phase, there's a huge growth potential as mass adoption comes in. So if you're still part of this early adoption stage and you're taking the risk and you're investing in these different cryptocurrencies, you can make huge ROIs. It's very common in the crypto space to make a 10x, 100x, or like 5x is like kind of expected in a lot of cryptocurrencies. If you have a pretty good risk tolerance and you're willing to take on these risks and invest in cryptocurrencies, you can make huge ROIs in my opinion. So that's why I've been spending a lot of time investing in crypto and researching the different kind of cryptos out there, because this year I really want to hit a financial goal of $100,000. And so I think cryptocurrency is the biggest opportunity that I have to hitting that goal. It's kind of hard to break down what my cryptocurrency portfolio is because it is quite different than stocks, but I have about 10% in Bitcoin, which everyone I think knows what Bitcoin is. It's the most well-known cryptocurrency out there. So I have about 10% in there, and I'm just holding on to that pretty much for life, trying to get passive income on there and seeing how high it could go. I do have exit strategies prepared for my cryptocurrencies, by the way, which I could make a separate video of later on. But yeah, 10%, about 10% in Bitcoin, and then I have about 40% in Ethereum. So Bitcoin is number 1, Ethereum is number 2 in terms of the quality, market cap, and pretty much everything. And then the remaining 50% I have spread out in various altcoins. So these are just more medium or small cap coins. There's like high potential, but also these are just kind of like I've invested in a lot of different altcoins that are just the best in their particular sector. So like Chainlink is the #1 for oracles, and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to dig deep into cryptocurrencies as much right now because, first of all, I'm still pretty new to the industry, so I'm still learning a lot, and I can't really give good opinions on them. If you guys are interested in getting into crypto, the app that I would recommend is crypto.com. It's a really clean and easy to use crypto app where you can exchange, where you can buy and sell crypto. It's really not complicated, and they're very secure as well. They have probably one of the best security systems in place for protecting your crypto. They're backed with insurance as well. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave the link down below in the description so you can go sign up. And their debit cards are really cool because it's like a metal card. I have one myself. Like, having one of these metal Visa cards, it just taps differently. Definitely recommend crypto.com, especially if you're a newbie like me in cryptocurrencies. It's a really good app to use. So yeah, my target for the year, try to hit $100,000. If there's any way of getting there, I think the way of getting there is through cryptocurrencies, which is why I have 30%, which I would say is quite a bit. In a risky investment. Because for stocks, I feel like stocks are very slow moving. There's not really much you could do about them. So every time I get paid every month from my full-time job, I'm taking a little bit of that money and putting them into my cryptos. So before, I was taking that money and putting them into stocks, but right now, because I'm trying to be a lot more aggressive with my investments, try and make those huge gains, I'm just dedicating them into my cryptocurrencies. And what the plans are is that if I am successful with cryptocurrencies, we hit the 100K mark, or if we get somewhere close to it, I'm going to be maxing out my tax-free savings account, and then I'm going to build up my dividend portfolio so we could get some good passive income on there for the long term. Yeah, we'll pretty much see how it goes. Like, at the end of the year, I might be completely broke when my cryptocurrencies just took me to rock bottom, or maybe I hit the $100,000 and like I'm feeling pretty good about it. But of course, $100,000 sounds like a lot of money, but at the same time, it's really not, because it doesn't really go a long way, I would say. The plan is, once I hit $100,000, I'm basically just going to be reinvesting pretty much everything, just so I could keep rolling that, because when I have $100,000, that's 10 times more than $10,000, so like I could just basically do what I did again and just kind of 10x everything. So yeah, that's my plans for the year financially. Leave a comment down below what you guys are thinking about for this year and your financial goals for the year. Yeah, I'd be really interested in hearing about what you guys have planned for this year, if you're even thinking about it, which I would say you should be thinking about, because trust me, this stuff really matters for an average person with an average job, or I would say my job pays maybe slightly below average, or it's because I don't have much experience. Yeah, money matters. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Money lets you get freedom, which lets you be happy, in my opinion. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see everyone next time. Peace.